Good evening. It's Thursday, guys, so you know what that means. And I'm listening to my song again. You guys know it by now because I know you have listened to it. I know you've gone back to listen to the words, look them up on Google so you know exactly what they're saying. Hello, Thelma. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. We're saying goodbye to yesterday. Hopefully you can hear the music because I love this song. I love the way it talks about saying goodbye to yesterday. So I'm going to invite a few friends. I thank Thelma for being here so soon. I appreciate you. And while we listen to the music a little while longer, I'll invite a few more friends to come and join us as we get ready for another awesome weekend, another awesome day. Just happy to be alive, grateful. All right. Let's see what we have here. I feel like breaking out singing. Yes. I can't stop. I won't stop because I'm finally on my way. It's time to say goodbye to yesterday. Yes, most definitely time to say goodbye to yesterday. All right, there. I see some friends have joined me. Hello, Mr. Weaver. Hello, Phil. Hi. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Thelma's saying there's no sound. Can you hear me now? Can someone respond and let me know if you can hear me? Hello. Hello, Tanita. Can you guys hear me? I can't tell if you can hear me or not. Hey. Okay, Phil, can you hear me? Phil or Kennard, can you? Okay, perfect. Awesome. All right, thank you guys so very much. It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Yes. It's time for Thoughtful Thursday with Cradle Inspired Enterprises. I have been looking forward to seeing you guys for all week because, as you know, many of us are doing a lot of teleworking. And so we don't get to do as much interaction as we normally would. So I'm just glad to be here, glad to see all of you. We made it, guys. We made it to another Thursday. Before we go any further, I will ask that if you would invite some of your friends, family, co-workers, because, they've been sitting in the house all week. Invite them to join us so that they can get a little bit of this inspiration as we end our week. So welcome to the March 20, no, it's not the 20th, it's the 19th. Thank you. March 19th, 2020 edition of Thoughtful Thursday with Cradle Inspired Enterprises. I'm your humble host, Marcia Gibbs Cradle. I'm so very glad that you took the time to join me, especially in these uncertain times. So let's start with a quote for this week. And the quote says, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. And that's a quote from Harriet Tubman, which I thought was perfect. It's Women's History Month. We just celebrated Black History Month, and so this was a quote from her. And this quote leads us to our topic for this week. And the topic for this week is continuing to dream during a nightmare. Continuing to dream during a nightmare. As you all know, we are currently dealing with a pandemic. Not just in the United States, but, because this is where we live, this is where we're really dealing with it. So we're dealing with this pandemic, and many of us, myself included, we're teleworking. And this is a new experience for me as an educator. But we're teleworking, and, we're also supposed to be practicing social distancing, which we're very social creatures, so that is difficult for many of us. We're experiencing shortages of essentials like bathroom tissue, frozen vegetables, hand sanitizer, Clorox wipes, and the list goes on. People are fighting, and I mean literally fighting over these items, and that breaks my heart when I see on Facebook that people are fighting over, the hand sanitizer or the wipes. And so it just really breaks my heart. Listen, our elderly, they're in nursing homes, and they're people in the hospital who are unable to have visitors. So I think that we really need to work at being kinder. We've talked about that before. But people are understandably nervous, and some of them are even experiencing anxiety and depression. And it really might feel like a nightmare, but we can do something about the nightmare. The good news is that we have already decreed and declared that we're going to reach our goals for 2020. We've already said that. We've been saying that. And then last week, we talked about the fact that we're going to take it to the next phase. Remember last week we said, take me to the next phase, and that's what we're going to do. We've repeatedly said these things, and now we have to put in the work to make it work. Now, how are we going to take what feels like a nightmare and continue to dream or make it a dream? Well, first of all, we cannot stop pushing and planning for what is to come. That's one of the key things that we have to do, is to continue to plan. Sometimes we have to adjust our plan, and that's okay. That's why they're plans, because this is what we plan to do, and sometimes it doesn't work like that. You see, what we are experiencing now will not last forever. Listen, you all know that I love music, and there's a song by the Winans featuring Anita Baker called Ain't No Need to Worry. And I've been listening to that song throughout the day. Actually, for the past few days, I've listened to it a couple of times each day. And the song says, ain't no need in worrying what the night is gonna bring. It'll be all over in the morning. There's a fear of nightfall when darkness comes and covers the day. Sometimes we feel pain, but there are things that we can change. Just pray. That's one thing we have to do, is continue to pray. Ain't no need to worry what the night is going to bring. It'll be all over in the morning. Troubles come, but they do pass. And that's the thing. We have to remember that trouble comes, but it will pass. Trouble doesn't last always. And so as I was doing some, deep breathing to help myself remain relaxed, and that's really important. You have to do what you know will help you to relax. So I was doing some deep breathing and some reading. And one of the other things that I read, I listened to this song. Music helps me to remain calm. I listened to this song, and then I was reading, and I found this, and I'm going to share it with you. It comes from Hebrews 10:35 and 36, and it says, let them inspire you daily to chase your dreams daily. Isn't that something, how I found that? Let them be your reminder to not let fear win. You not only deserve to have all your dreams come true, but you are worthy of each and every one of them. Wow. That was really powerful for me. And that, after I read that, I was listening to the song, I was doing my deep breathing, a real sense of calm just came over me, because I knew that this pandemic that we're dealing with will not last forever. And I know that even though what we're dealing with, what looks like a nightmare right now, I can still follow my dreams. My dreams are still for me, just like your dreams are for you. So don't let this is a little sidetrack, a little detour. If any of you use GPS, sometimes it tells you, don't go that way, go around this way. And that's what this is. It's just a detour to what your goal and what your dreams are. So don't get worried. Remember that. Remember that you're worthy of your dreams. Even in dark times like these, during what seems like a nightmare, you can still pursue and achieve your dreams. Isn't that good news? That even when things don't look so hot, Even though it doesn't feel so hot, we've had to make some adjustments, and that's okay. We have to remember to be flexible. Change the plan sometimes. Take a different route. Go a different direction. That's okay. Remember, you have a destiny. We've talked about that before. You have a destiny, and you have to be committed to that plan. There's a plan for your life. There's a special plan for your life. And if the plan is to be effective, you have to be in the right place at the right time and in the right position so you can follow through with what you know to be right, because you've already been praying about it. You've already written out the vision. You've made it plain, so it's there for you. What I want to remind you is to not feed into the negative foolishness going on around you. There will be times when you just have to, there's one of the kids do that. My daughter tells me don't do that. But yeah, you got to dust it off sometimes. Work hard to surround yourself with positive people, people who will push you to be your best, people who will listen to and believe in your dreams, people who are excited for you when you win, people who will give you a hand up when you fall. We already know that we're destined for greatness. We already know that when we protect our mind, body, and soul, great things will happen. We already know that no weapon formed against us will prosper. We already know that people are going to try to imitate us, and some may even try to sabotage our plan. But remember, imitators ain't the real thing. Like I always say, margarine don't taste like butter. And as my daddy says, turkey ain't meant to be bacon. So make sure you're playing your position. Be authentic, kind, optimistic, encouraging, friendly, and be positive. Be willing to go against the grain and do what's right, even when no one is looking. That's called integrity. Be the one who sets the positive tone. Be the one who stands up and speaks up for what's right. Be the one who is marching for justice, kindness, and goodwill toward others. Be the one. Do not let the negative and uninformed actions of others affect or infect your positive space. Protect your positive energy and calm experiences, also known as peace. Friends, be safe. Remember to wash your hands, not just, we were taught to sing the birthday song when we wash our hands, but what I'm suggesting to you now is that you sing the Stevie Wonder version of the birthday song when you wash your hands. Not the short version, the long version. Wash your hands with soap and water. And that's one way that we can protect ourselves. Cover your mouth when you're doing, the things your mom taught you when you were little. Cover your mouth, cough into your elbow. And if you're sick, stay at home. Quarantine yourself. Don't make someone have to do it for you. Okay? Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with me. I pray peace for you in all that you do. I love each of you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Have an amazing weekend. Take care.